My name is Mini Gurleria. I live in the US but originally from India. I'm a total believer in the alternative healing science of Ayurveda. I have been sharing my knowledge on my website ayurvedicwisdom.com for the last 15 odd years. Ayurveda wisdom teaches us to understand our immune system and how to nourish it. Most importantly, what imbalances can compromise the lungs and the respiratory system if the virus attacks us. 2 weeks ago, I felt cold coming on with a heavy head and a slight fever. Just about the time Wuhan coronavirus news began bursting on the news channels of the new pandemic virus. And now I was dreading that it might get worse. Ayurvedic experts from around the world have started saying that ancient remedies play a complementary role to Western drugs in fighting the potentially deadly virus. The first principle of the Ayurveda is your body is your natural pharmacy. Keep it healthy and strong and it will fight its own battle. During those 2 days of fever, I felt sluggish and did not want to have any of the regular food. So I made a light soup of vegetables, herbs, and spices from my kitchen. It turned out so tasty and light on the stomach that I have decided to share my recipe with you. And of course, the fever went away and finally the cold subsided. The cure lies in restoring your body's lost equilibrium, building your immune system by giving it the right combination of herbs and spices and foods. Most of the things are already in your kitchen and the pantry. If some items are missing, don't stress out. Basically, all of the herbs in this list are healing and raise the immune system of our body. The vegetables that I have essentially selected are complementary to each other for taste, adding sweetness and bulk, and loaded with minerals and vitamins. Light on the stomach, vegan, vegetarian, and wholesome. Today I can say with certainty that Mini's Power Soup is good for any reason and any season. You know, I'm very proud of my herb garden. This is Tulsi, the holy basil from India, family of the basil, but it is very, very powerful. People actually worship Tulsi in India because you can have it with tea, you can put it in your mouth straight away. This is my curry plant. It's still a baby, but it has given me wonderful leaves. Curry leaf is another fantastic herb from India where we can use it anywhere, any which way. And it is always helping us with our immune system, cold, digestion, the works. This is my lemon tree and I break fresh lemons whenever I need a lemon. I always take a big pan because I like to make a lot of soup and it will last me for 4 or 5 days. This is half a gallon of milk can. That's how I measure. I start by putting 1 gallon of water, half a gallon, and this is half a gallon. So this is 1 gallon of water. Anytime I'm feeling hungry or want to snack, I don't feel like having hot water all the time, so I have hot soup. The first item which I put in my power soup is the garlic. Garlic is the first thing which fights the flu and bacteria. It is a very powerful antioxidant and antimicrobial, antiviral. It is loaded with vitamin C and the enzymes that we need to make our body strong and have a healthy immune system. Next, I am putting ginger. The reason I start cooking with the garlic and ginger because ginger suppresses fungal, viral, and bacterial infection. Ginger also wards off bacteria that causes a disease like pneumonia, bronchitis, and other body infections. See, we said earlier that it is a pharmacy. There is no medicine in Ayurveda, almost no medicine, which is made without pepper. Peppercorn, pepper. Thanks to this versatile spice, ordinary black pepper helps fight against bacteria and relieves cold and congestion. Onion contains potassium, vitamin C, and sulfur compounds. There is a folklore which says that if you have cold and flu, keep a slice of onion under your foot, put on the sock and go to sleep, and by morning the cold is gone. So let's try the magic here in our powerful soup. And now we have the 4 most powerful ingredients. All the goodness of these 4 powerful herbs leach into the soup before we start putting our vegetables. This is star anise. Not many people really use it. It assists in digestion. It contains thymol, terpineol, and anethol. The doctors are telling us are the herbs which are needed to fight the flu and the bacteria. In India, we have anise seeds, which we just eat after a meal, a heavy meal for digestion. Holy basil, or the Tulsi as we call it in India, which I just picked fresh leaves outside. This is the most powerful herb which helps the respiratory system. It relieves all the symptoms of asthma, bronchitis, colds, congestion, coughs, flu, and clears the sinus. Put a lot of them in the power soup so that your respiratory system remains clear and healthy. Rock salt helps in building our immune system. I am putting a little, say 1 teaspoon. Initially, the rock salt will make it deliciously sweet. Actually, rock salt helps sinuses and it promotes good sleep. Best of all, it treats sore throat. So if you have a sore throat, use rock salt. Gargle with it, have it with warm water, or put it in a power food. The humble curry leaf, fresh from my garden, they are the superfood of Indian foods. Not only the curry leaves lend a beautiful aroma, which is already, I can smell it. The body finds it very difficult to pick up iron from vegetables, but the curry leaves help the body take iron. Our immune system gets strong, our body gets healthy. It's wholesome, it's tasty, it's aromatic. Now the time has come to add the vegetables. I normally add those vegetables which take the longest to cook. So I add the carrots first, then I add the sweet potato. You can take either white or red, but I just decided to take one of each. And sweet potatoes are the ones which, apart from lending the sweetness, they also give us the bulk. Next comes turnip. Turnip has a delicious tangy taste. The flavor of celery is very strong, very tasty. In my power soup, you will love it. These are green beans. They are the star of my soup. I love the taste and the crunchiness of the green beans. So I let these vegetables boil a little. As you can see, my beautiful, colorful vegetables are bubbling away. It's been nearly an hour. Zucchini helps in the digestion. So when we are little unwell, under the weather, digestion is the first thing that goes amok. This vegetable is packed with skin-friendly vitamins like A, C, and E. It's great for sagging skin and clearing any blemishes. So ladies, zucchini is something you need to eat to remain young. Cabbage aids in digestion. In fact, its digestive abilities are so renowned in the world, and it is so popular in Germany that people make sauerkraut out of it, and they have it with every meal. It also keeps the lining of your stomach strong, and because it has a high content of vitamin C, it helps in boosting your immune system. Cabbage comes from a family of broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, red cabbage, bok choy. Cabbage is the king of them all. So I'll wait for another boil to come. And of course, the button onions, pearl onions, baby onions, whatever you call them, they are so sweet and tasty. They are loaded with antioxidants like an onion, and they also boost the immune system and help with the digestion. Finally, I'm adding tomatoes, and in any case, this power soup is going to cook for another 1 hour. The tomatoes help in fighting the coronavirus, particularly because it has lycopene in it. And lycopene is one of the medicines the doctors around the world are saying is going to help us in fighting the coronavirus. Cooked tomatoes are 100% more powerful than the uncooked tomatoes. They are a great source of vitamin C, potassium, and vitamin K. Apart from all these vitamins and minerals we are talking about, tomatoes lend their beautiful red color to our power soup. Now, the soup has been bubbling away for 2 hours. My goodness. It smells so good, but we still haven't added the exotic herbs because that's what really makes you hunger for it. And I'm going to start with the oregano. I'm going to put half a spoon of oregano. It's high in antioxidants, and the best is that it fights off virus, basically helps the immune system. This is basil. Even though we have put the Indian basil called Tulsi, Tulsi was fresh, and I'm putting this dried basil, which has a beautiful aroma. It's good for digestion and it's anti-inflammatory. It fights depression. It supports liver function and it detoxifies the body. And best of all, it promotes healthy gut. This helps to make you regular. Then thyme, half a teaspoon. It's packed with vitamin C. Now this is the time that we can adjust the salt. Yeah, it could do with little more salt. So if you will see, all the vegetables are absolutely cooked. That's the beauty. Since we have just added all the exotic herbs, we have to wait for 15 minutes for the full aroma to come through. With a slotted spoon, I normally remove all these herbs which don't get mashed in, and they just don't need to come in the mouth. Some of my friends love it. They said, oh wow, it really gave the heat. There are many ways you can have this soup. You can have it like a broth, which is more liquid and just a few vegetables. So it's a broth. You can put fresh lemon in it and give that extra zing, or use a hand blender and break down the big pieces. So what basically I've done is I've broken down the big pieces. It's stewy. I like to have this with corn chips or crackers or potato chips, and if I'm more hungry, then I put either brown rice in it or quinoa. So that really gives it the bulk, and it could be a full meal by itself. And finally, we can really mush it down to give it a thicker consistency. Put some more vegetables. Now with this stew, broth, whatever you may call it, well, people call it pottage. Now the best thing about pottage is it's thick, and I basically have 9-grain toasted bread, 2 pieces in the evening, and that's my dinner. The best thing about this power soup is that if people want to put chili sauce or Tabasco, they can. If people want to put butter, they can. If people want to temper it with coconut or mustard seeds or cumin seeds or even turmeric, and they can. So this is one international dish. It can be as thin or as thick. I hope you guys enjoy this dish and you'll make it in the house. Wait for my next video. It's going to be power food, in where I'm going to combine a lot of grains. And again, that is one meal, one dish, which will be a complete meal. I hope you enjoy it.